The Tennessee Valley Weather Center. This is your afternoon weather update.
We're going to start weather this afternoon with a look at the tropics, and here's tropical satellite in the Gulf of Mexico, and you see our swirling clouds here. That's Tropical Depression 2, still holding on so far, but now no longer expected to become Tropical Storm Arlene before it weakens, moving southward. Here's the latest update as of 10 a.m. this morning. 35 mile per hour maximum sustained winds, now moving south as expected at 5 miles an hour around an upper level ridge to the north, and we have this northeasterly flow aloft, and it's starting to run into the subtropical jet stream as it moves to the south. So that's going to continue to shear the storm, and that will cause it to weaken into a remnant low here over the next 24 to 36 hours, likely dying out before it ever gets to western Cuba. So no big impacts across the United States anywhere, even South Florida from Tropical Depression 2. No local impacts here in the Tennessee Valley, maybe some squally conditions in South Florida, and this has raised the rip current risk a little bit across the northern Gulf Coast. We'll bring weather back home here at this midday hour, and the afternoon forecast for today looks warm out there, mid to upper 80s for daytime highs, if not lower 90s in a few spots, with a few isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon through the early evening. But a lot of us likely not to get rain, but like yesterday, in the few spots you do get rain, it could be locally heavy for a short time, falling out of the 80s into the 70s this evening. So if you have plans this evening, like First Fridays down in downtown Florence on Court Street, weather looking all right for that. There might be a passing shower, but you'll most likely be fine. Falling into the 60s with mostly clear skies as we head through the overnight hours across the Tennessee Valley. Here's the Arctic Air Skycam network, and it looks like they're working on the Florence Skycam, so we'll set that one to the side for now. But partly cloudy skies otherwise across the area. You see the cumulus clouds building up as we start to warm up, and here are temperatures across the area already into the low to mid 80s as of the midday hour. 80 in Lawrenceburg, 82 in Columbia, 85 in Hohenwald, as well as Athens and Decatur, 82 in the Shoals, 83 in Russellville, 84 over in Savannah, Tennessee. You also see a few lightning strikes here on radar off to the northwest. There are a few showers and thunderstorms off to the northwest already percolating, and we will likely see a few isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms in our local area as we head through the afternoon. But you notice no big weather systems here, so no real rhyme or reason for who gets rain and who doesn't as we head through the afternoon. Mid to upper 80s today. If not, a few folks briefly hitting 90 or 91. A few isolated showers or thunderstorms through the early evening. That fades away overnight as we drop down into the low to mid 60s to begin our day. I don't quite think we're going to get 59, 60, 61. It's more likely to be 62 through about 65 for morning lows, with mostly clear skies. And as we head through our Saturday, we warm back up into the mid to upper 80s as early as midday. And I think most all of us are into the low to mid 90s as we head through the afternoon tomorrow, with maybe a pop-up shower or two. Earlier yesterday, I took the Saturday rain chance out. I'm not feeling quite brave enough today to do that, although I think most of us are going to be dry. It's just when you're in the low to mid 90s for daytime highs and you don't have a big heat ridge overhead, you can't rule out a stray pop-up shower or two. So we have that in the forecast for tomorrow. As we head into Sunday, maybe a few more showers or storms compared to Saturday, but they're still going to be very isolated. It's going to be hot out there with the low to mid 90s expected once again, and daily pop-up showers and thunderstorms each day, isolated in coverage as we head through a large part of next week, and temperatures generally staying between 85 and 90 for daytime highs as we head through next week. Here's that temperature trend. Lower 90s over the weekend. I can't rule out a few mid 90s over North Alabama for Saturday, only stepping back to the mid to upper 80s as we head into the first half of next week. But this is right around where we should be for the first few days of June here in the Tennessee Valley. Mid to upper 80s to near 90 across the area as we head through this afternoon for daytime highs, falling back generally into the low to mid 60s tonight for your morning lows, but generally all of us staying in the 60s versus the upper 50s. Lower 90s over the weekend. Again, can't rule out a few folks in the mid 90s, especially North Alabama on Saturday. That 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm on Saturday is a just in case, because I'm not brave enough to leave it off, but most of it's going to stay dry. Slightly better rain chances for Sunday, but they're still isolated. The rain chances generally staying isolated for much of the coming week, but daily chances of isolated showers and thunderstorms. There's a look at your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be checking back in live at 5 o'clock with another look at your local weather.